Hello people of the internet and welcome to Stardew Valley. So this video isn't going to be a playthrough or anything. As you can see, like, I've got an established house and we've got money and things like that. So this save has already actually been played quite a bit. But I thought I'd do a tips and tricks video because a lot of people that have started playing, I've only just started playing myself, but I've picked up a few things along the way, and a lot of my friends have started playing and stuff, and I've been able to help them while they're streaming or in their videos and stuff like that, just from playing quite a bit. Like, I've played nearly 24 hours in the last 2 days, so 2 to 3 days, so yeah. I know what I know some tips and tricks that I've come up with, and these things you could know. It's really for the major beginner, but they could help you in the long run to not make the mistakes that I made my first playthrough. Now, one of the most basic things that you should do when you first start playing is always check this TV. So you'll always have a weather report, and this lets you kind of plan for the day that's coming. So if it's raining, it's best to do things like mine in the raining days, go talk to people, although a lot of people actually stay inside. Fishing for fish that only turn up in the rain. I do a lot of work around the farm because I figure that there's like a lot of clearing and stuff like that. You don't have to water your crops, so you have a lot more time in the day when you have the rain because it's all watered for you. So always good when it's raining. Other days, really, any other day seems to be pretty much fine from what I've noticed, that there's no big difference. Fortune teller. So the spirits are in good humour today. I think you'll have a little extra luck. This helps in the mines, and I'm pretty sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it helps when you sell things as well, that you might get a better luck with the pricing at the time. And then living off land gives you tips and tricks about things. So winter's coming soon, and that means your farm operations will be coming to a halt. No crops grow in winter unless you are lucky enough to have a greenhouse, but there's still plenty to do more next time. So at the moment I'm in fall, which means that I need to start preparing for winter, which that's probably another tip in itself, is always plan ahead for the next season. Now, on that kind of saying, at the end of every season I make sure that I have a bit of cash saved up, because then you can go to Pierre's and buy a bunch of seedlings, because there's certain things that, like on vines or eggplant, corn, they kind of grow and then they stop growing, they produce their product, and then they continue to produce their product. Same with the cranberries down here. These kind of crops are really good to have because it means that you are always going to be getting fruit off them and vegetables and stuff like that. But it's better to do it at the beginning of the season so that it lasts for the whole season, and you get the most out of it. Saying that, corn lasts for 2 seasons, so it's always good to plant the first day of summer. So, the other thing, now this is a mistake I made myself, is I was really excited to have chickens, so I just went and got chickens. Well, that's not so great, because if you don't have a silo, chickens are expensive. Hay is 50 gold each. They have 4 bits of hay in their coop, so let me show you. So there's 4 bits of hay here, and if you don't have a silo, it's going to cost you quite a bit of money over the time. And what a silo does basically is, see when I hit the grass? It gives me hay. So basically make sure you leave the grass on your property, although I cleared it all off and it came back, so just know that it does come back if you don't have any crops there. So just remember that though, because otherwise it's going to be very expensive to look after any livestock. Another good thing to do when you're first starting out, majorly first starting, first couple of days, is make sure you go around and look for these worms. And basically if you just till them, you get things from them. Sometimes books, sometimes pretty much anything. The other thing is foraging. Pick up anything that you see. Now with foraging, another thing that you definitely want to do is head on down to the beach. Pretty much when you start every day, every day just head to the beach, because you don't have any money. You've got your first lot of crops growing and that's all you've got. You don't have the ability to be able to produce lots of crops and have the money there for that. So you need to be making money somehow, otherwise summer's not going to be good. Summer's going to be very crop empty basically, and it means that you're going to start out with pretty much nothing, and it makes it very hard to get ahead. So if you head on down to the beach and take the long way like I do, oh there we go, there's Elliot and his luscious locks. So if you head down to the beach and look around basically, so sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So as you can see right now, there's not much there for me, which is a shame. It's a real shame. But if we head over here, there might be some. There we go, there's one thing. Okay, so if you pick these up, it's basically free gold. Same with this one. And there's sometimes other things. There's one thing that you want to look out for is a big blue shell. It's called a rainbow shell. For a basic one, it's worth 300 gold. For like a silver, I think it's around 350, 400. And then for a gold version of the shell, it's 450 gold. Just for walking along the beach. So really, why not? Alright guys, so another tip is when it comes to the end of the season, you should be at the point where, so I'm 2 days from the end of the season, so you should be at the point where you're picking up the rest of your crops, so making sure that when you go and buy the seeds that it has the right day left kind of thing, because some take 12 days, some take 4, so if you plan it out correctly, you can get the most crops out of your season. It's just figuring it out. Now, the tip in the game tells you to plan ahead before the season starts, but you don't actually know what crops are available to start with unless you look it up. But say you're playing it blind, kind of, well, not blind because you're looking at this, but if you go, like, you're not looking ahead at the crops online, so you don't really know what takes what amount of time. So with that kind of mentality, on the first day you need to have your farm nice and clean. So when I first started playing, I tilled a bunch of area and I was like, oh, I don't really like that. So one thing that I learned, and I learned this from Edson in his stream because he actually was playing around with it. He didn't, he was like, there's got to be a way to fix this. And basically, you use a pickaxe and you can neaten everything up. So if you didn't know that and you've got like tilled areas that are like everywhere, I understand your pain. I did that too, and now I can pre-plan for the new season. Now saying that, I'm going to stop doing this now because this does actually have fertilizer in it that I can use next season as far as I understand. Well, actually, no, I can't use it next season, it's winter. So I may as well clean it up because it's not going to stay tilled the whole time. So basically, you go around and clean that up. And yeah, but then making sure, yeah, that because these are all going to die. Another thing with popping things in there, do not pop everything in there to start with. Don't do it. Because you're going to run out of everything. One of the main things that you'll run out of is clay. If you go and put clay away, you are going to have a hard time when it comes to getting the silo because you need 10 clay. Now, if I can get this to work, I'm going to show you guys a trick. I just need to find a piece of clay somewhere here, and I will come back to you when I have. Okay guys, so as you saw there, I just got clay, and if you start digging upwards, look at this, all clay. So basically, once you find clay, just dig directly upwards, and you're going to have clay for days, well, until you run out of a spot. So basically, that is how you get a lot of clay fast. You can get clay from the worms, but this way is probably your best bet. And I'm not... Oh, hello train. I think it's at random, whoops, where you get clay, because I'm not going to get it again on that block. So you do have to dig around a bit. It does get a bit messy, but it's easy enough to clean up now that I've taught you how to. So yeah, that's how you get a lot of clay. We just got 15 clay then, so now we have 19. We can nearly make 2 more silos, not that we need them, but yeah. It's kind of just a tip that I spent ages walking around trying to get clay, digging around, and then I'd hit one, and then I just keep going the same way I was going. But if I'd gone straight up, I'd have had my clay. So I hope that tip helps. Okay guys, so when it comes to watering crops, it takes some time, doesn't it? There's a few tricks that you can do. Now, I have just, it's this sprinkler, the quality sprinkler, because I got it in a fishing chest. I haven't used my mining as much, so there's another tip. Definitely do the mining, make sure you get down to those levels that you can get the ores that you need to be in full. I mean, I'm obviously not doing too bad in the game already because I've got 50 grand. And I've been making a lot of money, and I've been working on relationships with the ladies, and you know. So yeah, but I do water pretty much everything by hand. However, I am going to state, do not bother with the sprinkler. It's useless. It's kind of a 4-block area, so unless you're growing something really small like flowers maybe, not worth it. The quality sprinkler, it does all of the 8 adjacent blocks around the area, kind of like this corn here. It's good, I guess, but like, I mean, I can't have like a full cornfield. Do you know how much it would take just to get all of that done? Like, it's not worth it. And then, so basically wait until you can get this one, so spend your time mining, and then you can spend your time doing that. You will need a battery pack, which means that you then need to go even further into the game. You need like a lightning rod, so you need bat wings, which you get from the mines as well. Things like that. So unless you're in the mines, that's not going to be an option. So you're going to be watering by hand quite a bit. Now, as you guys saw previously in this tip, I did have a big field, and it took time. It took time to water it. But it's worth it because I was getting a lot of money off that, and I'll show you guys at the end of the day how much money we made from that crop. And the other thing probably with gardening, if you've got any vines, because you have to leave a gap between them, otherwise you're not going to be able to water what's between them, do it horizontally so that you can water so much easier. And as you can see, you probably guys didn't notice, I have always showed tool hit location, which basically means that this little red thing shows up. It allows me to be able to basically water things and know that they're getting watered, because sometimes if I turn that off, look, you don't even know which plant that's watering nearly. You've got to wait until it kind of shakes and you're just guessing. And I'm looking at the ground to see that it's gotten darker. But yeah, so I always keep that on because it's helped me quite a bit. Okay guys, so as you can see, we made a bit off the bok choy, and I just want to correct myself. Previously in the video that I said that maybe you might get lucky on the days with your crops. It actually has nothing to do with that. They sell for a certain price, and that's just how they sell. So basically with bok choy, which that is, it's 50 gold at the general store. I don't buy from Joja Mart, but it's 62 gold there. So really you're going to buy from the general store, which is Pierre's, because it's cheaper. And really, yeah, so if you just get a basic one, so like this basic 60 of them, they, hit my keyboard, they sell for 80 gold, and then the silver sell for 110, and the gold sell for 132. Now, to get the better kind of gold ones turning up more, you do fertilize, it does help. And yeah, so you make a bit of money, so we made 10k then. So now I'm going to be up to 60k, and it's coming into winter where I'm not going to be producing anything. It's a majorly helpful thing. There's 28 days in like a season. So as you can see, I actually messed up because mine didn't end on the 28th day. But if you plant bok choy on the first day and you plant it every day after that, you will absolutely make a lot of money from it. The reason I couldn't do that is because some of the days it unplanted on a Wednesday and the general store's closed, or Pierre's, and I refused to buy from Joja Mart. So yeah. Alright guys, so basically that's my little beginner's guide to Stardew Valley. I mean, I'm only a beginner myself. I'm not even through the first year. So these are things I've learnt from playing a couple of saves. I actually haven't finished the first year on any of my saves. But yeah. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know. If you'd like to see some more videos like this, like maybe how to start a season, and I'll be happy to do a video of it. I've got another save where I can actually go ahead and do that. I can also show you guys how to prepare for winter. I mean, look at, like, tomorrow is winter for my, this save. I'm going into it with 60 grand, which means that I have a lot of room to move. I can make some more animal enclosures, kind of like barns and things like that, which means that I'm going to get the most out of the season. The only thing that I haven't done for that is really prep with the mines. So winter's going to be my mining season, I think. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to see it more, let me know in the comments. If any of these tips were helpful, let me know as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!